Everybody, welcome to KBW Bargains. And Kevin and I just got back from the Goodwill bins and we found some great stuff, but I wanted to break down some numbers for you before we get started. I already sorted the items behind me and checking for things that need to be washed and that type of thing. So right off the bat, we have 41.7 pounds of items. At $1.59 a pound comes to $66.30. 56 items to resell comes to $1.18 per item. So that was good. I like that cost for goods. Did really well on that. And so when I sorted, I had 14 items that I'm going to set aside for spring and summer. And then I have only one item to wash, and these are Burton gloves. The palms look almost brand new, but right up here is really dirty on both of them. It's a nylon, so I'll just spray and wash and it'll come right out. I take that back. I did need to redonate one item, and it was a 100% sell-through item that I wanted to share with you, and I will go over that here in a sec. I only had one item that was electronics, and I did test it out when I was at the bins. It's Moana, Disney, from the Moana, and you just press this and she sings and she talks and she works. So that was easy to test. I might still open her up to make sure the battery is not corroded. But other than that, the rest of it is for resale, and I had a lot of bread and butters, the Mountain Hardware, name brand beanies, Columbia, Eddie Bauer, REI, Mountain Khakis, and Patagonia. Found some nice stuff. And I wanted to share in the highlights that I have from this haul. Be right back. All right, so now I wanted to show you some of the highlights or things to look out for when you're at the bins. So the first thing is Orvis. I was not really aware of Orvis. I thought it was just, I wasn't quite sure what it was. It just seemed like it was an older, I would hate to say older people, but it's actually a fly fishing brand, and it's Orvis. This is a women's. It is a size small, but as I'll post right here, I've already sold 2 of this exact one, different colors. It's a snap up flannel fleece lined shirt. I don't know if it has pockets. Let me see. Yeah, it has pockets on the side, and it was just really nice. And even for a small, I listed them and they sold really fast. I had one sell, I believe, on Poshmark and one on eBay, and it's a women's small. And so anytime I do well with something, I stick with it. And I've done well with Orvis on the flannels, fleece lined, snap up, I don't know if you call them shackets, but I've done well with those, so I pick them up every time. Next item is, and I just sold this. So again, it went really fast, but it's an REI Pray for Snow. And I'll put it right up here. I listed it and it sold within a couple of days. And so when I see stuff that sells fast, I'll just keep picking it up. This is another item. I actually saw another reseller have this exact same hat, and he said it sold fast, but I would have picked it up anyway because I do a lot of Oregon State merchandise and Dutch Brothers, and this is combined Dutch Brothers and Oregon State. It's a baseball cap, and it does have Dutch Brothers on the inside, strap back. It's even got the logo on the brass. But I really like selling both of these items. I sell a lot of them, so I stick with it. And so these items, and if you look, I think I sold this one. I don't sell beanies. I love picking up beanies from REI, Columbia, and Eddie Bauer, and all those ones. I like to sell these. They're just quick, especially during this season. I'll sell them pretty fast. And I'm not quite sure, I can't remember what I sold it for, but I will. And most of the sell prices were on offers. So I do list it probably, I believe this sold for like 11, if I remember right. So I'll probably list it for $13, $14 again. This I'll probably price at about 15, 16, because I like things to sell fast. So I do the middle of the road or lower. This item, I looked it up. It is a trapper hat by Columbia. I love the outside of it. Not a big fan of this heavy, it's very soft fur, faux fur. I'm not a big fan of that. But when you look up trappers, there's actually, I said there wasn't 100% sell-through rate, but when I looked this up, it was 100% sell-through. 146 listed and 182 of them have sold. Now there's different types of trapper hats, because this has a flannel on the outside, has faux fur. A lot of them you'll see with polyester or nylon, and they don't have this faux fur, but they do have like a fleece or a wool lining, which is, I would think is more preferable. But they range anywhere from $18 to $35. I'll probably list this for about $22 and go from there. It looks dirty, but it's not. It's just the way the coloring is on that and the way the light's hitting. But this is, I always pick up trapper hats. I love picking up really anything, any hat besides baseball hats. I like selling the boonie hats, fedora hats, trapper hats, those safari hats, anything like that. Now this, I pick up at the bins. I wanted to bring this up because everybody overlooks them. They're just camera bags, because we do pick up cameras at estate sales, garage sales, that type of thing. We actually had some great sales on our cameras. But it's nice to have these extra, and then you can put them with the cameras. So I like to pick these up if they're in good condition, not worn. In Case Logic, I've had, not some, I used to pick up the CD cases, and early on it used to be the cassette boxes. But Case Logic, I have weaned back on that, and so now I just do these small little camera bags and anything with media. So like if it's a laptop bag or a tablet bag, I just sold one. I will pick those up in Case Logic because I've done well with Case Logic. The next item is, and I love picking these up, and they do sell fast. This is, and I pick them up in any brand. I think the last ones I've sold were Eddie Bauer, of course, but this is weatherproof. I've done well in this with flannel shirts, but this is pants, but they're fleece lined, and these fleece lined pants, flannel linings, they all do really well at this time of the year. And this is 36 by 34 regular fit. And it's a cotton stretch with a polyester fleece lining. They are stretchy, but these are really nice. I like picking up these items. They're good for hunters, people that do hiking late in the year. Those do well for me. The other item I have is I pick up everything Mountain Hardwear, but this shocked me because, and this is why I go to the bins. Because you can find some great items. I'm always there for the hunt. But this item is a long sleeve shirt. I believe it's cotton. It kind of looks like chambray. Is that how you pronounce it? It kind of looks like denim. But what's so shocking about this, and when I saw it in the bins, of course I had to look it over 3 or 4 times because I'm always shocked that it gets left over. But this retails for $85. It still has the tag on it. And so I can't figure out why somebody would just bypass it, look it over. But I double checked all the buttons. None of it's broken. They're all there. There's no holes. There's no stains. And so that's a win for me. This shirt though, $85. I'm not going to get $85 for it. I'll probably price it about $39 and then see where it goes from offers from there. But that was a really good find. That's why I like going to the bins. It's a treasure hunt every time we go. Now this item, Kevin actually found this. It is a size small. I've been trying to avoid all smalls, but this he showed me, and I said we got to get that. This is 100% cashmere by LL Bean. It's a small, but it's a zip up sweater, and it has a hood, and it's cashmere. and it's purple. It shows the lighting in the phone is not the same that I'm seeing. This is like a dark lavender, but it's not showing. Maybe it's the lights that are on there, but that is a lavender, and it's just so, it's really soft. It does look like has, you can see it kind of has some peeling on there, but it's in really good condition. No holes, no rips, no anything that I could see. And we looked it over a couple of times, and he comes to me and he tells me, how's cashmere? And I said, cashmere's good. And cashmere I will get in almost any brand. You can actually get that in Old Navy, the Gap, if they make that. But I have sold cashmere in off brands I've never even heard of, and looked them up, and they didn't have, they weren't the best sell-through rate, but they still sold, and they still sell for good money. LL Bean cashmere, I haven't looked it up, with a hood, full zip, sweater, or hooded cardigan is what you'd call that. But I would assume that would be about $34, $29 to $34. I'll be surprised probably when I looked it up. So the last item I wanted to share with you is Kevin. I asked Kevin if he had any items that had a great sell-through rate, and he did find one. It is called Shower Pass. It's from a company out here in Portland, Oregon. Well, not from here, but that's where we were. And it's a cycling company, and it has some great sell-through rates. It has 34 were listed, and this is usually cycling jackets are really light, and they're like windbreakers type. This is very heavy. This is a heavy jacket, and it has a fleece lined. But when I looked it up, it didn't have anything in that category. But when I put in Shower Pass heavy jacket, it showed ones similar to this, but they were going for like $200. So I'm not quite sure what to look for. And there wasn't really much of a name brand. I haven't done that much research on, but it's no good. We have to redonate. This is the one item I have to redonate, but I'll definitely keep my eyes out for Shower Pass. It's got some great embroidery of the logo. It has zip up sleeves. It's got a back pocket. It's hard for me to show you all on the camera, but a zip pocket right here. It's got pockets on the side instead of, up front. But when I hold it up, it's got the pockets on the side here. Everything looks good, and it was hard to tell because here is the pocket. It has a pocket flap. And so it was really hard to tell, but I asked Kevin, I said, I think this is cracking. So there is this, a trim on it, I would assume. And it's almost, but it's cracking. It's peeling. And so that shows in a lot of spots on this. And I was like, I don't think that's supposed to look like that. So it goes all the way around and around this way, and it almost looks like a pattern because it's not in just one area. It's pretty throughout the whole thing. And I looked at it, and I could see what he was talking about, that he thought it was a pattern, a look that was on it, but it is cracking. I don't know if you could see that. So it will be something we'll redonate. But if you ever see Shower Pass, this brand, make sure that you look them up, because the ones I looked up was over 100% sell-through, and the heavier jackets, they range from $30 to $70, but there were some that, if you put in heavy jacket, Shower Pass heavy jacket, it comes up with brand new $200 to $300, and the ones that were used were going anywhere from $30 to $70. But over 100% sell-through rate. That was a real shame that we have to redonate this and not keep it. But so I will redonate that now. Throw it over there. The last thing I want to show you, I thought that was my last thing, but this was the other thing. So Kevin found this too, and we have sold these. They've always been used, and I've sold them, not for much money, but it is Halo Sleep Sack Swaddle. And he found a lot of them. He found 5 of them. They're just swaddles. And so I looked them up, and they go anywhere from $10 to $15 with about $5.99 shipping. That's what we'll do. They don't go for much, and it didn't, you know, the sell-through rate, because there's so many of them, and they go to different sizes. If you were to do, you know, this is birth to 3 months, but then they had 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. And so these were great, but there was a lot of them. It's not 100% sell-through rate. But the one thing I like about this is that when you find things like this, you can do one listing with multiple quantities and you're done with it. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope that helps you next time you're at the bins. Some items to look out for. And I'll see you next time. Bye.